you're only focused on views and subscribers, you're leaving the biggest growth lever on the table because without community, you're losing the loyalty, engagement, and opportunities that actually scale your channel. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what you miss when you don't build a community around your YouTube channel and how to fix it. Okay. Hi, my name is Mona. This is my channel, Mona Weathers, and I'm here to help YouTubers scale and grow and reach the next level of their journey. I got to go back to my notes real quick, my real notes. um, I have been going live with the topics that I've shared on a video called, what was it called? It was called "If YouTube Isn't Recommending Your Videos, Do This." So I'm kind of going over the things that I did in that community. I mean, in that video, I'm kind of going over each part of that. And this one is community building. Now, I'm not talking about, well, I'll tell you, well, I'll let it play out. I'm not going to tell you what I'm talking about. I'll let it play out here. But the next live stream, I'll probably be talking about shorts, clips, and building an email list. So that will be the next live stream. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and that way you don't miss my live streams. They've been going really well, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so let's get started. Um, but if you're serious about building your YouTube channel, you might want to join my community, which let me start by sharing my screen and see if that works because it hasn't worked in the past. So you guys will have to let me know if things are like going crazy and nothing's happening. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Share my screen. I'm using I try to make it super easy for myself this time. So I'm actually using like slide notes or slide screens. What do you call it? Like a slideshow? Is that the right word? And so I'm gonna show you. Hopefully this is working out. I have to go back and make sure that this is right. Look in YouTube itself on my phone. Make sure that it's working. Let me see. Oh, it's black right now. Is it black for you? Okay, it's not black. It must be me when it says connection unstable. Please wait while we're trying to connect. So I'm waiting and see if this works. Oh, hey, Des. It's nice to see you. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, hopefully everything's working out right now, and I'm going to continue to share my screen. Okay, cool. I've been having problems with these live streams, and it's mostly just the technical stuff. It's not the live stream, like me talking or anything. I feel good about that and all that. But let me go to my live stream just so I make sure that I'm seeing the comments. Okay. Okay, let me get myself together here. Okay, before we start, I want to explain something and how the approach that I take with YouTube. You have to understand that views don't equal quality leads. Views are just a vanity metric, and they don't really decide whether you're going to have a successful YouTube channel or not. Because the quality views do, like the views from the right people matter. And so the more views you get doesn't mean that you're more successful. Neither do subscribers. So you don't have to have lots of subscribers to see success. Um, what does matter is connection and community. What does matter is knowing who they are, who you're trying to serve, and serving them. And the fact that I have 265 subscribers on this channel, and I'm finding that I'm like making big impact in people's lives already is kind of proof of that. Like you don't need a lot of subscribers or views to make a big impact. And yeah, so YouTube monetization is a great goal, but if you think of it more as a the icing on the cake and not the cake, then you're positioning yourself well. You wanna build your own community and offers, because if you lose your platform, if YouTube decides they're just gonna cancel you or, cancel your platform or delete your platform or whatever it is, which has happened to many, many people, then if you are monetized, you can go from making good money, possibly if you're at that point, to no money overnight. So we don't want to build it to where we're mostly reliant on YouTube monetization. It's the icing on the cake. Um, so that's why I've been stressing and will continue to stress that building a community of dedicated viewers and an email list so you don't lose them if the platform decides to delete your account for random reasons, legitimate reasons, doesn't matter. That's why we're talking about the benefits of building community. Let's go over the list that I have. So you want to build your community with your YouTube channel. And that's like the bet it's a good marriage. I have this whole little thing that I made. Maybe one day I'll share it. Maybe I'll share it in the community of YouTube and email marrying each other and, having YouTube email babies or whatever it was. But anyway, I don't know why I shared that, but the point is YouTube, community, and email. You can build your community on YouTube without building a separate community off platform, but it's just a lot harder because YouTube really isn't designed for that. Even though they appear to be trying to do that, it's really not designed. That's why I don't put YouTube really in the same category as social media. It doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel the same. And YouTube is such a big engine and it's open to everyone. It's in the searches, everything. It just doesn't feel the same to say that that's social. Oh, by the way, free community. I have a free community. If you haven't joined it, this is what it looks like. This is the back end. This is the inside of the community. We have 38 members now, and I'm super excited about that. It's free. It's for anyone who just wants to get serious about their YouTube channel, build a channel that is, um, more than just chasing views and gaining subscribers. That is something that will be sustainable for a long time. That is an engine that works on its own, and you have the ability just to scale really far and wide and earn more income because you're building it in a way that supports sustainability, if that makes sense. All if you want to check that out. Okay. So I did this poll. The hardest part about building a community right now this is what's the results: engagement, attracting the right people, and knowing where to start. Um, okay, I'm sorry. I was just looking at my response from the community. So knowing where to start, and so we're really talking about all of those things in this live stream. So it kind of covers all of those. And then staying consistent part, I don't know that I'm talking about that, but I can go over that as well. But okay, the reason why we want to build a community outside of YouTube is because you gain a loyal audience. Your viewers turn into fans who come back for every video. That is because my community is attached to my YouTube channel. They go together very nicely. And I announced the this video, this live stream in my community, and here I have like at least two people that are from my community. If anybody else is watching who is in my community, I'd love to see you in the chat as well. But yeah, it just pairs so nicely. So you get loyal audience, more likes, comments, shares, and watch time. So because I'm building this with my community in mind, this just automatically happens. More likes, more comments, more shares. Now, to the degree of like viral, no, but that's not our focus. Remember, our focus is to build connection and community. And the community that, you know, the people who gain value from you by sharing the things that you do will automatically want to recommend your channel and your community as well. It's that way. You want to present yourself in a way where you're creating so much value that people can't help but share you, share your information, you share your channel, share your community with other people. You get valuable feedback. My community members are who are helping me decide what to create content about. And I have had no trouble, especially since I started my community, that I have had no trouble coming up with content. What I've had trouble with is creating the content on YouTube, but that's just because it's slow going. And I have community members that can help me with that inside of my community as well. Des is one of them. Uh, he's going to help me with his knowledge. And then there's Andrew, does video editing, and I'm in his community as well, and learning from him. So the feedback that I get from my community members is how I know which direction is the right direction. And because I can do polls, I can ask questions. The feedback thing is I have unlimited content ideas, and knowing when to make the video is also, the community helps me decide that as well. So I use collaboration opportunities. That is something that happens so well in communities. Networking is like one of the most powerful things you can do as you're building a business. Get together with other creators that are the same, or like, have the same topic that you have, same niche, and get together with them. I learned this really, really well from podcasting because my podcast was about homesteading, and I'm a homesteader. I've been a homesteader for a long time, 20 something years, but I don't know everything. In fact, you can't know everything because homesteading is like this umbrella over a lot of different skills and topics, right? So I would bring in other people, and that's what my podcast would do. I would have interviews with other people who are more skilled in different areas. And I learned a lot. I have these connections. I have and I'm helping people who are watching it. So do not miss the opportunities within communities and building them. Trust and authority. This is to trust you. Every platform has a different speed in which that happens, and whether the people are binging your content or not. Podcasts are a great way to build trust really fast because people are um, you're on along for the ride on whatever they're doing, basically, because they're listening while they're running or while they're doing chores. So it's like you're part of their life almost as a podcaster. Video is a little bit different, but it can be that same way because they can be watching you in the background while they're doing other things. And this is the way I do it. I have some people that I just look and I watch intently, take notes and things like that. And then there's times where I'm just listening in the background, and I'm ready for the rewind button when I positions you as an expert in your niche. So you want that, and that will help to build your YouTube channel because it just goes so nicely together, and all of this goes nicely together, but um you want to build that trust and authority. Okay, I'm going to move along with these fast because I have actually a lot more stuff to share. Monetization potentials, easier to sell products, courses, memberships, or services to your community because of that trust factor, because of all the things I mentioned. It's easier to sell products and even gain more viewership on YouTube. And, if you're monetized, you get more viewers. So that's always a good thing. Get more interaction and that sort of thing. So, okay. And then emotional support and motivation. Your community cheers you on and keeps you going. This has been true for me. I don't know if my members, I have 38. Actually, I think it's technically 37 because I'm two of those people. No, it's 37 because, yeah. Anyway, I have one other account on there. But anyway, the whole point is I don't know if you guys know, but you are helping me to feel motivated and help me keep going. Just like your success fuels me, which makes me successful. And that's just wonderful. And that's a wonderful part about having a community. Longevity, stability, channels with communities are less dependent on YouTube's algorithm for growth. That's what we talked about before. And it's just true. Like I almost, now that I'm building the community, I rarely look at my YouTube analytics as much. Like, I was obsessed with it before. I'm kind of obsessed with the school community the community I have, but and how its growth is. But what I realized is that's a better growth. I want to see that grow more than I want to see my YouTube channel grow, because each and every view has more impact than it did before, you know? Okay, and so far I'm only in the school have done school for about a month. I've been on the platform for longer because I found it through another creator. But I've started mine about a month ago. But I'm an old Facebook person. It's when we used to I've been on Facebook as long as we used, call the net. We used to call it the net, the internet. And I remember the feeling of when Facebook was weird, like the feeling of it being weird, like you would see someone online, and then, on Facebook talking or posting or whatever, and then you'd go into and see them in person, like, within that same day, and it felt strange. I remember that feeling. I don't know if anybody else has felt that before, but that feeling, when Facebook first came around, that feeling of strangeness of like, "Oh, wait, I just saw you on the Facebook, and now you're in life, in real life." I don't know. Now it's not a thing, but it used to be. So, if that's something that you felt, let me know, because 'cause I'd love to hear it. Okay, join my community, the next little level creator hub. That's my plug for my community. So, join that so that you can, get more support and, build your channel. Okay, this is what it looks like. I don't know why I showed it again. Oh, I know why I showed it again. I had to make a screenshot because of my issues with connection, but right here, right now in the community, it says live, and it's like a live blinking thing that says live, that I'm live. So that is one reason why the school communities are wonderful, because they integrate so well with YouTube. And then people can go to that and click on it and be taken straight to this live stream. So it's really great. Okay, why school is better? Why school better is better than Facebook for communities? They're distraction free, and it's a distraction free environment, because people who go on Facebook are in a different mindset. There's so much going on there. I really feel like Facebook is just like throwing everything at people right now, and like trying to win them over somehow. Because it's a dying platform, in my opinion. So people won't be tempted to scroll away to watch the random dog video or whatever. That's what I get a lot of: dog videos, horse videos. Okay, it's an all-in-one hub. It combines community, courses, events, content in one place. No need for extra tools. I do love around progress, not just socializing. Gamification features. I'd heard about gamification features from a creator a long time ago, not on a school platform, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, and it really does work. I mean, I'm on Duolingo to learn my German, to practice my German, and man, does that app have the ability to get you sucked in by the gamification features. So they work. Searchable and organized content. You can post, and research. It doesn't like get buried in like endless amounts of Facebook data, Professional vibe. Members join with intent. It feels like a mastermind hub, not casual social media. Definitely 100%. The environment, the vibe there is way different. And so if you have a community idea, um, that you just want people who will want to be there, then school is the platform, because that's the way I feel. Everybody who's on there wants to be there. And this is for paid or um, free communities like mine. Mine is free, but other communities are paid, and it just feels like it's just a different feeling for there. No algorithm dictating your reach. Such an annoying thing. I don't know if that's going to be the way it is forever. They all seem to change, but maybe it'll stay. Better monetization options, paid communities, upsells. You can have a paid community. You don't have to go through, different steps to make your Facebook group paid. It's just all in one. Um, Event hosting made easy. They're going to be allowing us to do live streams in the platform soon. That's one of the things that they're adding, is live streams in the platform. Ownership and branding, it feels like your own, definitely 100%. It feels like my platform. Higher quality engagement. Yes, that's another one that's super true, and scales with you. So you can go from free, and then if your community is building, you can go paid. They are also adding tiers to community soon, which means you can go from free to have a section of your community free and have a section paid, to my understanding. But that's supposed to be coming soon. So you don't have to have two different platforms, which I like, because having to do 2 different platforms, kinda hard. Real quick, I wanna tell you how much it is, so you know, fee that they take out if anybody buys something or membership in your plan. I mean, in your community at that point. But the pro plan doesn't have that. It's like 2.9%, which is the standard, that, like, Stripe takes or something. Like, it's not actually an actual extra fee. So the pro plan is $99 a month, which is a big jump, but that's how they started, and there's like thousands and thousands of people on a pro plan and doing very, very well. So you will at some point, if your community grows, it will, need the higher, you will probably grow to the point where you need to get the pro plan. Hopefully. I mean, that's the goal, right? Okay. So now we're going to go over how to be a good host, okay? How to be a good community host. And I'm probably going to extract this. I'm going to leverage my time and use this as a separate video. I'm going to go over and like section out some of these to make these separate videos. So, how to be a good community host. Let's go over. And I know what people are looking for and what people need from you as a host. So you have to show up consistently. That's kind of a no-brainer, but a lot of people lack this. They show up to it, but they don't do anything. So you have to share valuable content, respond to questions, and encourage participation. Now, this is, I believe, a hard part for a lot of people is how do you do that? Like, how do you show up? How do you provide a valuable content? How do you, obviously responding to questions should be easy, but it can be difficult for people who maybe just don't know how to like extract more information out of people, like to get them. You want them to have transformations. If your focus is them having some back and learn from you more. Okay. Community, you'll know you're a good community member if you show up for your community every day, even if it's just to respond to things, but you have to show up every day. You have to set the tone. Invest in your members, make their success a priority, not just your goals. 100%. I don't just invest in them on my platform. I invest in them off the platform. So since I'm a YouTube growth strategist, YouTube is where I will go and find out if, like I subscribe to their channel, I interact with them. I'm able to then in the community when they say they having a trouble with an area or something, I'm able to then have context, know what it is that they're having a trouble with and what, because I've already like done my homework basically, and so I know where they need help. Um, so you will gain, your goals will be fulfilled if you fulfill their goals. That's just how it works. Okay. Build trust through presence. Let people see what you're genuinely committed to in wait, that you're genuinely committed to their growth. Again, when you go outside of a platform, off platform, wherever it is, if you're in YouTube, you can go into the community and interact with them there. If you're in the community, you can go onto YouTube and interact with them there, or whatever platform. If Instagram is their thing, then that's what you would do as well, or Facebook. You go beyond the platform, connect with members off school through email, check-ins, live calls, or social media. So the same idea, only just going a little bit further. You want to, you can add email lists to the list. You can add check-ins, like group check-ins, challenges, like I'm doing in our community right now. Live calls, live streams. You just go beyond the platform and connect with them in different ways. Create extra touch points. Okay, deepen relationship by engaging in multiple ways, not just one. This is where this is like goes back to the first consistently. This is how you show up consistently. Um, you create touch points. So, for instance, I'll just when I recognize somebody had changed their one of my members had changed, and if you're watching, hi. I think it was, oh gosh, can't I have to remember the name. I'm sorry. I forgot the name. But anyway, I recognized that she changed um, her profile picture, and I recognized that, and that was a touch point. This is like a deepening relationship building, means I care. I care about that she has changes, and then there's bigger relationship building things that you can do as well, just like finding things you're in common with, building it that way, not just usernames, treatment. We people want connection. Just help them of culture, set the tone for kindness, collaboration, and mutual encouragement. That is super important as a community builder. You want to set the tone. You want to protect them from people who are not good for your community, like the spammers and things like that. Take care of that right away because you are creating a space for them to feel comfortable. So, this is also why you might want to consider doing private versus public depending on what niche you're in, but a public group on school, because you can have a public group on school that algorithms pick up, like, I mean, not algorithms, that Google picks up. So Google will index public school posts now. And I actually did a search recently and found a school post, which was interesting because it seems like all I ever see is Reddit. So maybe Reddit will get some competition. But if you make it public, that means that everyone is able to see it, and I think it's really important to, like, if you do make your group public, that the group itself knows that it's public and that it can be indexed on to, um, onto Google and the search engines, but if you make it private, it'll be more of like, it's not out there in the world, it's just out there in the community, so just make sure that you're explaining that to your group members, whether you go public or private. And just setting the tone for how you treat people and taking care of things that aren't good for your I want to go over, ooh, how do I do this? Des, if you're still here, but I just said it and this thing went on the screen. Anyway, this was something he responded to in the poll section about already know and just need and just need my confirmation. So I'm just going to go over those things. Hopefully, Des, this is okay. I'm sorry I didn't. It's not like this is private. Oh, I know. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So he's asking about sharing about attracting the right people. I don't think it's super hard to grow a community. Growing it with the right kind of people, I think, is my main challenge. Okay, so I'm going to go back to notes because I made notes that aren't shared. Um, there about this. So I'm going to go over it real quick. If you have any questions and okay, good. I was like like holding my breath like, "Oh, I hope it's okay that I shared that." um so hopefully I'm not frozen anymore. I think Jamie just said I'm frozen. It was probably cuz I was stopping my screen. But anyway, so I'm going to go over right now. I'm going to go over how to get find the right community members, all the things that these are just things that have worked for me, okay? So like I said before, this is probably confirmation for you, Des, but you might learn something as well. So you need to know who it is that you're trying to attract. So you got to have that ideal avatar, that ideal viewer in mind for sure. Like don't just like have a general idea. Like, I mean, you can at first. Mine was general for a while, and now it's getting more and more specific, and I know exactly who I'm speaking to. So it can be general at first, but like, know, speak their language. You should be able to speak their language, and meaning their pain points, their exact pain points, and what they're dealing with, and then speak to them like make content directly at them or for them. So an example would be this channel. I have not taught, especially since the rebrand anyway. I might have taught something that was beginner, super beginner, but I don't teach people how to start a YouTube channel. There's plenty of people, and that's also not where I wanna start. I was doing homesteading beginner stuff for so long. I wanna get to the next level of people, so that's kinda where next level came up. So my first channel is about homesteading, and it's homesteading for beginners, and, so this is still for beginners, just beginners that are at the next level. So I don't speak that language to them. I don't say those things in my content isn't about that. And then we talked about investing in individuals in your group. If you invest in them off platform and you you'll start to get that same group of people. So you'll make the connections with that same group of people. So like a way to do it is wherever, even on, school itself, okay? So if you're in school, because by the way, everyone, if you haven't used school, you don't know, but it has so many levels and layers to it that you can join other communities and meet other people that are, like, right in line with, like, I've met Des and Andrew and some other people. I've met them and they're, like, right in line with my vision for my community, which makes it easier to build my community and, support their community and that sort of thing. So, you find the caliber of people that you want, or the same group of people that you want, by connecting with the other people that are similar to that, right? So, you want them to feel supported, so you wanna, go off platform and, like I said in the other steps, was like you want to make them feel supported. You can help them and help their friends. So once you find the person that is your ideal avatar, make sure you, like, stay in their world, figure out, like, who the people are around them, because they will be the ones that will refer you to their friends. Okay. So yeah, so I said connect with them off platform, off of YouTube, into other communities, wherever that might be. This is one I think that perhaps you might benefit from, Des, and everyone else. Demonstrate your expertise, not just in text form, in video form. So, like, use like I'm doing with live stream, like I did with the um thumbnails, which I'm not an expert in thumbnails, but it was just like I was demonstrating how I work with people. So demonstrate your live stream. I mean, demonstrate by recording either a live stream and doing something for someone or with someone, or by recording a live call that you do with someone else and then post it in your YouTube. You will attract the right people if they can watch you do what you do best. That's the main thing, I believe, is how you attract the right people. They need to watch you do what you do best, and how you work with other people, and that will I think that's your level up. I would think that's your level up game. It's like, do some demonstrations. Even and if you don't wanna do it on YouTube itself, when your community, as your community grows and they offer that live stream thing inside of inside of school, you can just do it in school itself. I'm just really excited about that one because I feel like I can go live whenever I want if it's just for my community, right? So, and then find a strategy that has some bit of success, and then stay with it. Stay with it. This is why I'm doing the 90-day challenge, because it really does take about 90 days to see the results of your strategy. So if you come up with a strategy for going live and demonstrating your expertise, then stay with it for 90 days. Doesn't mean you can't pivot and move around, but stay with the concept, stay with the idea for 90 days, and then the results will start to show. So, I hope that will be help. I hope that was helpful. That was actually it. I don't know how long I've been on here. How long? I'm gonna go back to my screen. Um, I'm glad it was pretty much uh free of a lot of glitches this time. I think the key is to just stay in one if I'm sharing my screen, just stay in one place and it won't be as bad, but I've been here for 45 minutes almost. But, I hope that was helpful to you, and if you'd like to join my community, the link will be in description. If you have any questions, let me just make sure I don't see any questions. But if you have any questions any other time, join my community. I'm there to answer your questions in there, and, I just really appreciate you watching. Um, okay, I'm glad it was helpful, thank you, and I don't like I said before, I don't know how to sign off. Oh, I know how to sign off. If you wanna watch more of this, you wanna watch the next video that is up on the screen now. I have a whole, uh I have the video that I did on how to, see, I have to draw this out at least 5 seconds because I learned that your end screen needs to be at least 5 seconds. Um, the video I did on if YouTube is not recommending your videos, do this. That's what's on the screen right now. And was that 5 seconds? I hope so. Anyway, I will see you the next time next week. Same time, same place next week. Okay. Bye-bye.